Let's take a look now at the Davy Coombs Sr. East-West Shootout here in Las Vegas. And of course, David Coombs so instrumental in developing the younger riders coming out of motocross. Grant Langston, the best time in qualifying. Travis Pastrana, the second choice of gate. Travis Preston and Nathan Ramsey also in our starting lineup, along with Roderick Kane, who's been hot lately on that Suzuki. Michael Brown, it's been a while since he's been racing in the other division, but Ernesto Fonseca won last week at Salt Lake City and took the title there. Kelly Smith, he knows what that KTM is all about. David Pingree riding with very, very sore ribs. Brock Sellards, who's had his season interrupted by corrective forearm surgery. He's had a tough time of it, David.
He has, and you know, when you have injuries on top of trying to get used to a new team, you see Nick Way also in the lineup. It's pretty far down the list, but don't let that fool you. He's a strong rider. He's never won a Supercross. This could be the one, but it really comes down to the start. Sellards, though, rebounding pretty good from all the problems he's had. He seems to be getting comfortable with that bike. And one thing I've noticed about that KTM, when this comes down to horsepower, they have it. They talk about that YZ250F four-stroke having an advantage. I think they should be looking at this KTM. There's one right there. Langston lining up to the outside of the starter box. Now, he knows that if he doesn't get ahead of the guys to the inside, he's got a lot of guys pushing him wide in that first corner. He better get a good reaction.
Davies down near the gate.
Well, I got to tell you what, I'm surprised that Langston's picked too, David Bailey. He's been getting really good jumps. He had the first pick. He decided to go to the outside of the box. Maybe he's going to swoosh in. Robbie?
Well, guys, I'm looking at Ernesto Fonseca and Nathan Ramsey, both inside of Travis Pastrana. That's not good news if I'm Travis Pastrana, because those guys are going to be pushing him as wide as they possibly can. And Nene and Fonseca have the inside line straight shot to look for both of those teammates to run that inside line.
You know what I've noticed, though, about those four strokes? It seems like these guys are having a tough time getting right off over the line. It's difficult. It's a whole different sound to that motorcycle, and they're having a tough time with reaction. If Travis gets an elbow ahead of Ramsey, he doesn't have to worry about either one of them.
32nd board is sideways. We're all set for the 125 shootout. The East-West. It's the bragging rights for the 125s. 46, Pingree with the sore ribs gets the hole shot. Look at Ernesto Fonseca, though. He's right next to Brock Sellards. Fonseca in second. Fonseca to the inside. Can't catch up with Pingree this time. Pingree has done well here in Las Vegas before.
This kind of looks like last week. There you see Travis in about fifth right there. He's in contention. Look at Fonseca, though, going right to work, trying to jump over Pingree. These guys fought it out in the first lap last week. The roles in reverse, but still the same players. Sellards in there with a good start. Somebody we haven't even really talked about in terms of the height for this race. Watch Fonseca in the whoops.
KTMs versus Yamahas right here. The four-stroke of Fonseca. He takes the lead from Pingree.
That's
There's
bad
Ramsey.
news.
Ramsey is 28. He's in third place now. He'll be hounding Pingree.
Well, you know, we talked about possible team riding to ensure a victory for the Yamaha Troy guys. Look at Fonseca tripling all the way through there. Travis trying to, but he's got Ramsey right in the way.
Travis Pastrana moving up to third. So it's the two Yamaha Troys, four strokes, out in front with Pingree in third and Pastrana in fourth. Then you got another KTM behind him and Sellards.
Look at Travis really trying hard to get around Pingree right now. And if he tries anything a little bit too hard, he's got Pingree's teammate Sellards back there to sneak in and steal the position. All those mistakes right there by Travis, that's just because he's in the pack and he senses that the leaders are getting away and he's a little bit anxious.
Travis Pastrana with that new #1 plate on, trying to work his way past Pingree. Pastrana last year did not win the title but won this race for the bragging rights. He's the best of the 125s. This year he comes into the race with the title.
He's really frustrated right now trying to get around Pingree. Nothing against Pingree, he's riding fantastic, but if you look at the season, he hasn't been able to match the speed of Travis or the results. Yet here he is, really impeding the progress of Travis trying to move up. Nothing wrong with that. It's a race, but you can tell that Travis is getting a little frustrated. His timing is a little bit off. He's not able to jump things he'd like to jump. He's losing time right now.
Pingree best finish was the opener of the 125 West, a 4th in the first Anaheim race.
There he goes. Crowd goes nuts.
The crowd is standing on their feet as Pastrana moves up a notch. No matter where he is on the track, people have their eyes on him, that's for sure. And here's Fonseca, the leader, and Ramsey starting to pull up on him, and number 1 is coming on strong, Pastrana.
Look at that, him tapping that rear brake right there to lower the front end so he can time through there and jump those triples. That's the first lap he's been able to do it.
Fonseca has not had a very clean ride, even though he's out in front.
Now, he's had a few mistakes. Otherwise, I think he'd be pulling away a little bit more and pulling Ramsey with him. These guys ride together all the time. This must feel like during the week testing when these guys are out just trying to beat each other in lap times, push each other. They're on the same team, but they compete. Travis is gaining a little bit, and the crowd is sensing that it's going to be a three-way duel.
Ramsey, hippity-hopping with that 4-stroke. Travis having a little problem there. And that gave some running room for Fonseca out in front.
Now, the last time we were in this situation with Travis behind Ramsey. Ramsey had that wild ride in Detroit and held on. He was able to beat Travis. This is a different deal. Not a lot of pressure. There's no title on the line. If these guys make a mistake and they can't get up there and win, it doesn't matter. It's just money right now and bragging rights going into next season or next week's Outdoor National.
And you talk bragging rights, and that's important to Fonseca. Here's Travis Pastrana. He gets by Ramsey. All kinds of rubbing plastic on that move.
Ramsey made some mistakes. You see Travis looking over to make sure that Ramsey's still not on the inside to put a block pass right there. Travis goes wide. It's a good run at the whoops, made up a lot of time.
Take another look at the rough action as Pastrana had to move him away.
Well, Travis takes a good line right there. It's a little bit different timing than what he's been doing. He caught Ramsey off guard right there.
Really snuck in. There wasn't much room. Another look on another angle. Look at that.
There wasn't much room at all. I mean, he just threaded the needle right there between those tough blocks and Ramsey. And now he's chasing after this guy. So this is what we really wanted to see. Both number 1 guys that each won 5 races. I think it comes down to who makes the fewest mistakes and possibly the last 5 laps, getting through lappers, who's the strongest and the least rattled by the nervousness of what's at stake here. It's not, like I said, for a championship, but it still means a lot. These guys want to beat each other bad.
You mentioned both riders with 5 wins. Well, both riders have made key mistakes throughout the year. For instance, at Atlanta, Pastrana's 14th place. Langston, his bike is running slow. He went down in the whoops.
I think he's going to pull off. He's rolling over the finish line jump. Now watch Fonseca. Triple, triple again, and then finally into the corner. He's only able to double right there. If Travis jumps it, he didn't. So he doesn't make up any time right there. This comes down to, like I said, the fewest mistakes. These guys got to be solid. He's got to make good decisions when he gets to the lap rider. If he gets, you hear these guys all the time, well, you know, I was fouled up a little bit there by a lap rider. That allowed the guy to catch me. Then I got nervous. You can't afford that right now. Not against a guy like Travis, who is dangerous. Not making up much time, though, Art. I thought he would close the gap. There you see the gap, almost the whole loop section. That's the way it's been. And Ramsey hasn't let Travis off the hook yet. He's trying to get back in this fight.
3.25 seconds behind. Travis Pastrana is behind Fonseca. Fonseca's really geared his whole season mentally and physically, I think, to the shootout rather than the title. Yes, the title was very, very important to Yamaha of Troy and to Ernesto Fonseca. But if you look at his conditioning program, he wanted that matchup with Pastrana.
Well, I actually know exactly what he's done coming into this race because his trainer, Todd Jacobs, is my best friend and also helped me get ready for the Ironman competition for the last few years. In fact, kind of encouraged me to do it in the first place. So I know he is fit. He's not expecting to go out there and run away from Travis. He's actually welcoming the idea that this would be a toe-to-toe battle all the way. He's prepared for that. That's the race you really want to win. I mean, think about the battle that I had with Rick Johnson back in 1986. They still talk about that.
Narrowing the gap a little bit, 3.06 seconds between Fonseca and Pastrana. Ramsey in 3rd, Sellards in 4th, Pingree in 5th, Payne in 6th, Preston in 7th, Johnson in 8th. Let's go to Robbie.
Grant Langston unfortunately had to pull off the track. What happened out there? They were telling you to ride easy and you were working your way up.
Yeah, I mean, I was coming through pretty good. I didn't get the greatest of start, and I don't know, it just came in the whoops and I was trying to make a pass because it's one of the easier places to pass to get right. and towards the end of the whoops, so there's kind of the nose dropped. I went over the bars.
Everything all right? You still have the outdoor series starting next weekend.
Yeah, I'm all right. It's just a bit unfortunate, but that's the way Supercross goes.
Congratulations on your win at Dallas. I know you spoke about that. I wish you better luck tonight, though.
Thank you.
Fonseca through the whoops. Here comes Travis Pastrana trying to get around the lapper, but right behind him as well is Nathan Ramsey.
I was paying so much attention to the progress that Pastrana made. Watch the difference in lines. Fonseca goes way wide, Travis to the inside. Now, if Fonseca's going to go out there, he's got to triple all the way through the section to get that time back.
All 39,000 fans, I think, are on their feet. Most of them I can see anyway. They're loving this competition.
I was so busy looking at this battle. That's the second lap in a row. Travis hasn't done that triple, and look what's happened.
Ramsey picking up space.
He's back in there, and if he can stick a wheel in on Travis here and there and force Travis to have to take lines that aren't quite as fast to protect his position, then that lets Fonseca get a little room out front, not worry about all the pressure put behind. He can feel it right now.
Ramsey won the shootout in '99. He had to go to the last chance qualifier. 2 riders fell down before he actually made the main event. But luck was on his side. He later won the race. Pastrana in second place. Focus, Lee McCullough says to Travis Pastrana.
Well, it's getting down. We're about 3/4 of the way through this race. Fitness will play a major role. You see Travis makes a big mistake right there.
And tripling right over him is Ramsey. So now we've got the battle for second, Travis Pastrana.
And that's 3 laps in a row Travis doesn't jump that triple. That time I understand. The 2 laps before, I don't know why, and he's just giving it right now to Fonseca, who's been pretty steady out front. He's made his share of mistakes, but nothing big enough to lose the position. He may not be in the clear from his teammate. Ramsey wants this just as bad.
Another look and a costly mistake.
Travis working his way through this rhythm section right here. See Fonseca out front having no problem, but Travis just comes up a little bit short right there. He was leaned to the left, lost his balance. Luckily he didn't swerve in front of Ramsey, who was committed right there. Watch Fonseca, see if he can, no, he makes a mistake. So he can't get the timing, neither can Ramsey. Travis is jumping them all. Look at Travis sneak into the picture. Made up a lot of time.
Three-way battle, I have a feeling, coming down for first place. We're on the 11th lap, 15 laps in our 125 Dave Coombs Senior Shootout.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm Eric Kehoe, the team manager of this Yamaha Detroit team, or Phil Alderson, I'm nervous. You don't want to let Pastrana sneak through there and steal these guys' thunder again.
And you don't want to put your teammate down. That's happened to Yamaha Troy before. It happened when Buckaloo, I think, was battling in the mix. Here's Ramsey. Oh, that wasn't a teammate.
Yeah, that didn't look like team orders to me. That looked like, I don't care about team orders. I want this guy. A good move, real heads up.
Here comes Ramsey. Ramsey takes over the lead. Oh, what a gutsy move by Nathan Ramsey. He wants this one bad. Here comes Pastrana. Pastrana's going to assault now Fonseca.
Well, I'll tell you, this is all heart. Just sheer how bad he, look at Travis. He cased it hard. It looks like he rung his bell a little bit. There's no way he's going to get back in this fight now. There's not enough time left. He really rattled himself.
But which 4-stroke now is going to take this victory? We still have a lot of laps to go.
I can just hear it now, can't you, Art? Just how much that 4-stroke has an advantage over the rest of the 125.
Oh, Fonseca having trouble in the whoops. Cuts behind the tough block by 4.
He's looking back, doesn't see Travis, and that may be a blessing for him. He didn't realize that Travis was out of the picture until he looked back right there. Now he can pressure-free go back and try to get this win from his teammate.
Tell me about Travis's problems now, David.
Well, he came up, I was looking at the front 2 riders, and watch Travis to the right. Pulls the front up really high, knowing that he didn't have enough distance. Boy, he hit hard. Now watch Fonseca. He's running pretty close to the edge of the track. So if you make a mistake, you have nowhere to go. Can't believe he saved that. Look at the flagger. Whoa!
Hello!
He almost got hit. That's balance. To be able to save that. He's over there. He can't. There's big dirt clods and sand. Really tough to read the traction over there. And now Ramsey really struggling through there. This whoop section's getting harder every lap, it seems like. And Fonseca goes down.
Fonseca down, and Pastrana moves into second place. So frustration now reigns, as he'll probably have to restart that 4-stroke.
Yeah, he will.
And it's not easy to restart. You got to have a full stroke kick on that sucker.
So now I thought Travis was out of this. This is the great thing about Supercross. You never know. All it takes is one mistake by Ramsey out front, and Travis can have a chance to win this thing after all the mistakes he's made. I thought he was out of it.
Despite not winning that 125 East, he's had a great season. 2 wins, Atlanta and Pontiac, 2 second places, a third, 2 fifth places. He's never been out of the top 5. Missed the championship by only 8 points. It just wasn't very spectacular because he had Travis Pastrana out in front of him. Win or lose, creating all kinds of excitement on the track. This has got to be a great feeling for Nathan Ramsey. His second 125 shootout victory. John Mitchell, his mechanic, is ecstatic, and so are the fans. Some of the fans, I think, are shocked. A champion did not win once again for the 2nd year in a row.
And Nathan has done this before.
Pastrana in 2nd place. Brock Sellards has moved up to 3rd. So the KTM will be on the podium. The 4-stroke winning 8 of the 16 races in 125 action this year.
Yeah, I think they might take a harder look at the rules now. It's not an easy bike to ride.
It's the 9th Yamaha Troy win. 6 career wins. Nathan Ramsey is on the podium. Let's go to Davey Coombs.
Kind of a hectic scene down here, Nathan. Congratulations. Here, let's step back here in the middle. Nathan, I know that you've won this race before, but this time it's got to feel sweet. You beat both champions, Travis Pastrana and Ernesto Fonseca.
Yeah, it feels really great. You know, I mean, my heat race went okay. You know, I was a little bit bobbly, and then in the main, I just said, you got to be smooth and be smart. And Paggio from Oakley said, man, you just let the race come to you, you know. So that's what I was doing. I was just out there being patient. Those guys made a couple more mistakes than I did, and I took, you know, I reaped the benefits.
We watched Travis. He made some mistakes on the jumps, but Ernesto Fonseca, your teammate, seemed like he was right there with you, and the power, you guys were even.
Yeah, Ernie was riding really good. He got off to a really good start, you know, riding strong, and I was trying to keep up with him. I hit neutral once, and, you know, but through the whoops, you know, my Enzo suspension just kind of came through. Ernie's got the same thing, but maybe I just picked a better line, you know. My Dunlop tires were hooking up really good across through there.
Good ride, Nathan.
Thanks a lot. You know, I just want to thank God for keeping me safe, and all these fans out here that are watching, and everybody at home. I'm just pumped. My family, my little girl, everything's cool.
Let's go to Robbie.
All right.
Well, Travis, a great ride out there, man. You had everything going for you. You're working through the pack. What happened in that left-hand turn?
Just kind of washed out before the triple, but I mean, Nathan and Ernie were riding phenomenally. I was a little disappointed in my ride, but you know, hey, you know, it was a great race, and you know, Ernie, the whole Yamaha Troy team was doing great, but my Suzuki got me, Michelin got me out to a great start. I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in out there.
I saw you. You're a little stunned when you come up here on the stage. You're not feeling 110 right now.
Try landing 60 mile an hour and going to a dead stop. No, I'm good. My suspension was working great. RG3 out there, so no, I just want to thank my grandma for watching. Everybody else, Jim, thank you guys.
Hey, this guy's hurt. Don't let him kid you out there, but I guarantee you having fun, Travis?
I will be. Yeah, thank you very much, and great ride to everybody.
He's always having fun.
And I'll tell you, you can't be having too much fun there, David Bailey, because he really whacked himself as Nathan Ramsey becomes the first 2-time winner of the Dave Coombs Sr. 125 shootout. Kevin Windham won it in 97. Ricky Carmichael beat John Dowd in 98. Ramsey took it in 99. Pastrana last year, and now Ramsey once again. As we take a look at the official results, Nathan Ramsey, Travis Pastrana, Brock Sellards, a hard-earned effort there for 3rd for Brock. Travis Preston moved all the way up to 4th. Michael Brown came from 10th to go to 5th and get into that top 5. Nick Way, Keith Johnson, Ernesto Fonseca, the disappointing 8th place finish. Greg Schnell, a 2-time winner last year, also on that list, along with Pingree, Gosler, Marley, Yeho, Olhoff. As we go down to the rest, Grant Langston, disappointed, having to pull out after crashing in the whoop section.
You just never know. It just looked like Fonseca, with the way he's ridden this year, being the champion, having the lead like that with his teammate back there, holding things up for Pastrana, that he'd be able to walk away with it, but they reeled him in. He got nervous, perhaps. Maybe he pumped up, made a mistake, went down. Then Travis made his mistakes, and you know, I said the guy was going to be able to hold that pace late and make the fewest mistakes should come out on top. And boy, everybody overlooked Ramsey, that's for sure. He came out Real good. And, you know, Travis, did you see as soon as he pulled off the track, everybody, his mechanic, they all were looking at him like, are you okay? That was a hard landing, and you can tell from his mannerisms with Robbie there that he's not all together.
Let's go trackside to Robbie Floyd.
Well, I'm down here with Brock Sellards. Brock, congratulations, third plate finish. You had that, you know, off season or during the season arm surgery trying to get rid of that arm pump. You said it was a mistake at the time, but evidently it paid off dividends tonight.
Yeah, I had it done at the beginning of the season with not much time to get ready, and I got too anxious, started riding too soon, and ended up going bad for me. I got a lot of scar tissue. So I went back to my buddy Dr. Berg, and he redid my arms and did a great job. I don't get, you know, any arm pump right now, and I feel great out there. It's just sad that I had to waste most of the season, you know.
You had a great ride last year, man. A lot of fans were rooting for you, and it's good to see you back up here in the top 3.
Yeah, it feels great. My Red Bull KTM Thor bike was working awesome out there. Michelin tires got me out of the gate. You know, all my sponsors out there that helped me out, my family for supporting me, and, you know, just hanging out and hoping that I recover from this arm pump thing, and, you know, I am. And I've only got to ride once since I had the surgery on Supercross, and I came straight to here, and, you know, to get a third is pretty spectacular, I think, for not ever, you know, practicing in a long time.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.